Welcome back to No Context Britain, a series in which we take a look at the best and also worst of Britain, as compiled by the Twitter account No Context Brits. End of an era as Stoke-on-Trent petrol station to shut. Is there more to the story here, or was it end of an era? That's like what you put as a headline if, say, a 500-year-old pub was to shut. Not when a petrol station is about to shut. All right, no, end of it. So this is from the Stoke-on-Trent Live. Sure, we're all daily readers of the Stoke-on-Trent Live. End of an era, Stoke-on-Trent petrol station is shut. And then the subheader is just, it shuts later this month, class. Thank you for letting us know. A petrol station is closing. Brilliant. Is that it? I mean, I'm sure the people of Stoke appreciate you letting them know, but I think saying end of an era at the start of the header is a bit too dramatic. End of an era, as if this is going to change, anything. Greg's to open first pub with its own beers on draft. I did see something about this. See if I can find some videos of it. Okay, it's a bit much, innit? Did you see that sausage roll? Did you see that? Look, that's a bit much. It's the same food. It's definitely better presented than it is in Greg's. That's obviously the point. Is it going to cost the same as Greg's? If it does, if it's actually £1 per sausage roll and it gets presented like that, then, worth it. Nice. Okay, it does look really fancy. It just goes to show, whenever all it takes is a little bit of good presentation, and you've gone from a £1 sausage roll to, a platter of things that could... And is that a steak bake? You've had a little bit of ham, some salady shit, and a quiche. All in all, I mean, they don't sell these two things in Greg's, but all in all, this is about, I don't know, this would be about £4 worth of Greg's food, if they did sell these things. That looks like a platter that in a pub would cost you about £8 or £9. Yeah, class, I'm in full support of the Greg's pub. Okay, so this is a review of the Miller. 1 star, barmaid farted on us twice. Visited here with a friend, and whilst I was away from the table, he complained that the blonde barmaid farted on him. Thinking he was joking, I took no notice. Next time she came to collect glasses, she clearly spun around and... in quotes, crop dusted us with a terrible smell. Absolutely bizarre and disgusting. Yeah, I think that would warrant a 1-star review. Did you do something to piss her off, especially? Okay, so this is an article in The Standard. Gen Z are eating dinner at 6 p.m. and it's because they're losers. I feel as though The Standard is one of those newspapers where you have to pay to read it. I could be wrong. But let's see what their points are. So what is their justification for calling Gen Z losers? Bloody hell, this is a long article. Is this what people with journalism degrees are doing nowadays? Young people are reportedly also opting for earlier dinners. Eating out is becoming a way to socialise without compromising other goals. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Gen Z are just more... health conscious than millennials. It's just the way it's gone. Yeah, I mean, it's just an article about it's basically just an article saying Gen Z like to eat earlier than millennials. There's not much to it. I don't think it's because they're losers, though. Okay, so this is so for some reason, the No Context Britain account has reported this on NCB Live, which is a fictional news site, but this did happen. Pub renames itself the George Orwell in honour of Keir Starmer. Fair enough, but I will say this. Nothing much has changed recently. This has always been the case in the UK, at least in the last 10, 15, 20 years. And look, I don't like Keir Starmer. I was really optimistic actually when he came in because I was like, fucking hell, finally there's going to be some change in this country. But then it turned out he's just a massive wet flannel with no backbone who stands for absolutely nothing. But yeah, I mean, Big Brother has always been watching us in this country. Nothing is... Obviously, it's getting a bit... worse, but that would have happened regardless of if Keir Starmer got in or not. It's just how it's always been in this country, and it's how it's always going to be. It's just something you kind of have to expect when you live it. I was about to say it's something you should accept, but I don't think we should accept this. It doesn't matter if we accept it or not. It's gonna fucking happen. Trainee gas engineer 20 wins 7.5 million in the lottery but won't quit work. And then someone replied with, I'd be in Vegas with 210 sucking on me bollocks within 12 hours. Fuck work. I feel as though I'm the most boring man in the world, because if I won 7.5 million pound, I would probably just buy a house and put the rest in like a savings account. Like, I'm so fucking boring. Like, the extent of my splurging with that would probably be going out for a nice meal and cocktails. 3 guys who have slept with Bonnie Blue reveal what it's like in explicit detail. Why would anyone care? Why the fuck would... who is... I mean, what website has written this article? Why would anyone want to know? Why would anyone care? Who sees the headline, 3 guys who have slept with Bonnie Blue reveal what it's like in explicit detail? Goes, oh yeah, I'll have a read of that. I'll spend 5 minutes of my life reading that. And someone called Dave replied to this article with, like feeding Stephen Hawking yogurt. Red card. Red card. Princess Diana lookalike is making 200 grand a year on OnlyFans. Of course this is happening in fucking Hull. Of course this is happening there. 200 grand. The thing is, right, it's kind of unsurprising at this point to hear, like, people on OnlyFans are making loads of money. But, like, it becomes really confusing when you actually think about it because, like, some of these people are making millions a month. Where the fuck is that money coming from? Who are the people paying these people? Who are the people giving 200 grand a year to someone who looks like a bit like Princess Diana on OnlyFans? Who are these people? These people walk among us. Unless they're an absolute freak, they will never tell you that they subscribe to OnlyFans accounts. They will never tell you, but just know some of your friends who you go to the pub with, some of the friends who you go to university with, some of the friends you go to work with, they are paying for shit like this. There is about 20 grand a month exiting people's bank accounts in this country because, let's face it, I don't think American people are paying for a Princess Diana lookalike on OnlyFans. 20 grand is coming out of British bank accounts every month to buy subscriptions to Princess Diana lookalike OnlyFans accounts. It's outrageous. Is child labour illegal in the UK? Unfortunately, yes. Child labour laws in the UK were enacted in 1933. I think this is the first act of woke nonsense. I think we should bring back child labour because it would be a lot cheaper to hire children to edit my videos than adults. Yeah, have you seen this? I think I've definitely mentioned this in a video before, but Odeon and I think Cineworld as well, they like, and probably View Cinema. To be fair, most of the cinemas probably do this now, but they deliver like popcorn and sweets and I guess like hot dogs and shit on Deliveroo, Just Eat and Uber Eats. I'm gonna find this because I'm sure my local Odeon is doing this. I'm 99% sure I've seen them on Deliveroo, and it's just like, who the fuck is ordering? Like, because they'll mark it up on Deliveroo as well. The popcorn's gonna be like £7. Who's doing that? Who the fuck is doing that? I don't even do that at the cinema. I take my own there. How many fucking people are ordering? Yeah, I mean, it's on the Odeon near me only has about 10 reviews. So I can't imagine many people are ordering from me. I'm just going to read out some items here. I mean, some nachos which just look like, I mean, they're just like nachos you probably get in Sainsbury's or whatever with 3 dips is £7.99. Who is paying that? Like, you could order from, like, an actual Mexican restaurant on Deliveroo and get nachos for about the same price. That's just way better. What else have we got? Mate, look, see what I said? Like, large popcorn is £7. No, who's ordering this? You're insane. You're fucking insane. It wouldn't even be warm by the time it arrives. You're insane if you order from Odeon on Deliveroo. Who is ordering a bag of Rowntree's Randoms for £4? Who's doing that? No one's doing that. I'll tell you what, I'll find them from like Sainsbury's or something, and I guarantee they'll be at least half the price. Yeah, mate, look. You can get the same bag, the exact same bag, for £1.75 from Sainsbury's. What the fuck is this for? Is this literally just for people who don't understand the concept of money? What else have we got? Because I'm so interested. Because who are the psychopaths ordering from fucking Odeon? They need to lower their prices to compete. Like, it's just, it's so stupid. To be fair, they are selling Tango Ice Blasts. That's the only thing I could maybe understand ordering from the Odeon. Genuinely mental. You're insane. If you order from the Odeon. I can't get over that. Why have they bothered? Like, they struggle to sell stuff at those prices in a trapped economy. What makes them think they're going to sell those goods for that price? Actually, higher prices outside of that trapped economy. It makes no fucking sense. BBC iPlayer asking if you've got a TV license. I really don't understand why they don't just add like a login service where the login only works with your IP address. It makes absolutely no sense, because surely it's way more expensive to send out those really annoying TV license letters to everyone every 2 weeks. I swear, I have a backlog of so many of those letters. Each one just contains like some kind of bullshit reference number, and they're always like, oh yeah, we're gonna send someone over. Are you gonna be free on this date? We're gonna send someone over on this date. And it always says at the bottom like, yeah, we might not though. We might not. It could come at any day. It's just like the TV license people are just the boy who cried wolf. Like they always tell me they're gonna come over to my flat, and they never do. And even if they did, I just close the door on them, because I don't watch live TV inside my house, I promise. But yeah, surely it would be so much easier just to make like a login service than to go through all that bullshit and go through the court proceedings and everything. Drink driver 29 tried to fool police by swallowing hand sanitizer before a breath test without realizing antibacterial gel contained alcohol. What a moron. But is that a thing? Are you supposed to like just swallow soap? Is that a thing to pass a breathalyzer test? Are you supposed to? I mean, obviously don't fucking do that. Don't drink drive in general, you idiots. But you're just a double idiot if you drink drive and then try to drink hand sanitizer to pass a breathalyzer test. Don't bust a nut finding a new home. Don't tell me what to do. What if the house has like a basement or something? That'd be sick. If a house like that, you don't get that in the UK. I'd bust a nut if I found a house with a basement. Or what if it has like, I don't know, a swimming pool or something? I'd certainly bust a nut at that. Love it when McDonald's makes mistakes. That is just tragic. That's awful. That is so dry. That is going to be the most dry thing you ever eat in your life. If there's one bit of cheese there and it's 8 McDonald's burgers, 8. Have you ever had a double cheeseburger at McDonald's without like any sauces or anything? It's so dry. It's like eating Gandhi's flip-flop. It's fucking grim. Yeah, that's not... What do you mean love it when McDonald's makes mistakes? Yeah, they haven't given you any sauce. They've just given you like loads of really dry meat. My NHS Sunday dinner looks like it needs a depression counsellor. Are you allowed to like take your own food into hospital? Is that allowed? Like, 'cause the only time I've ever had to stay overnight in hospital, I was being drip fed because I couldn't swallow, like my throat had closed up. Can you just like get someone to go out and get like, I don't know, like a KFC for you? Is that... Because that seems pretty decent if you'd be able to do that, because hospital food, from what I've heard, ain't the one. Even just having like, I don't know, your mum make you some sandwiches and bring them to hospital. That seems like it'd be a hell of a lot better than this. A London man named Russell Gray was denied permission to redevelop a vacant land that he owned. Why? Why was he doing that? Is something that's so annoying about Britain. Planning permission. It's so like fucking anal. It's like, why can't I have a loft? I mean, I don't have a house, but it's like, why can't I have a loft extension? Why? You could give me a reason. Why can't I build a shed at the... Why do I have to ask the council's permission to build like a small shed with a pool table in at the back of my god? Why do I need to do that? It's not interfering with anyone, but like if you do it without their permission, they'll like fine you and make you take it down. It's ridiculous. Why can't he build on that vacant land and add value to the area? Why is he not allowed to do that? So he acquired permission to install a tank on the site. The council had approved it thinking it was a septic tank, but instead he installed a Soviet-built T-3485 medium tank with its gun turret pointing at the council office at a light-hearted protest. Fair enough. That doesn't sound very light-hearted though. Pointing the turret of a tank at the council's office seems a little bit threatening. Underrated. The thing is, right, it's really good for the first bite. It's all right for the second bite. And then after that, it's just quite sickening, really. Types of headaches, migraine, hypertension, stress, living in the UK. Shoot me, I fucking love living in the UK. If I didn't like living in the UK, I wouldn't live in the UK. Look, I'm fortunate enough to have the option to leave the UK if I wanted to. But right now, at least, right now, yeah, things could get worse. Looking like they might get worse. But right now, fucking love living in the UK. It is class. It gets a real bad rap, and it's like it's a thing of like British people are like technically the second most miserable people in the world, and it's just like you look at it and you're just like, we definitely don't have it second worst in the world. So I don't know where that lines up. I think it is just kind of like a universally accepted mindset to have that the UK is shit. I fucking love it. There are parts of the UK that are shit. Like, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of parts of the UK that are shit, but as a whole, personally, based on my experience of living in this country for 27 years, I love it. I think it's a great country. Woman fails after travelling 500 miles for easiest driving test in the country. I mean, well, couldn't you have just put the extra time into like learning how to drive instead of travelling 500 miles to take the easiest driving test? Okay, right, we've got a meme about CEX here. I fucking love CEX. It's a great shop. It's a great shop. And their business model is insane. It's such a good business model. Like, if you're looking to make money off your old games, it's not great. But if say you just got like a big stack of like DVDs or some shit, or like games that you don't play anymore, and you just want to get rid of them, get a lump sum in. Well, I say lump sum, it'll probably be about 30p, but still, just get rid of them all at once instead of having to individually list them on eBay, which takes a lot of time, and you got to go out and post all of them. You got to wait ages for them to sell. It's a really good business model for people who just want to declutter, and then you go in there and it's like you can get a sick game. Like I think I bought Batman Arkham Asylum for like £2 there. It is such a good shop, and I was thinking this the other day because Game. It's the game shop. It's the one that sells like games consoles and shit. I went in there recently, right? Because I wanted to Switch 2. And I went, do you have any Switch 2s? And the guy looked at me like I'd asked for a fucking cow. He was like, no, we don't have Switch 2. I was like, your game. Why do you not have Switch 2s? This is why you're going out of fucking business. But it's like, you go in there and it's just all sorts of tat. There's like Lego. There's like, Lego's not tat. I fucking love Lego. But there's like cards. There's all sorts of shit. And that store just doesn't know what it wants to be. They should just be CEX for games. And I know CEX is already there. But the thing is, they have so much backing in terms of capital that they could just do the sort of shitty business move of undercutting CEX and winning that way and overpaying for games a little bit. Like they could do something similar to CEX, but it's just like they just don't know what they're doing, and it's really frustrating to see because it's just, for me, in my mind at least, it's right there on the wall for them to do. Because let's face it, no one's really buying physical copies of games anymore. Like you get them on the store, but what people are buying are second-hand games because they're cheaper than what you get on like the PlayStation or Xbox store. They are buying retro games just because it's great value for money. People love going back and revisiting things from their childhood. That's what they need to tap into because like I don't think they understand that the physical market is just not really there anymore for modern games, like new physical games. And they've clearly tried to expand. They've clearly tried to do something a bit, sorry, I'm going on loads about this, but it's just something I find really frustrating because it's just like, why aren't you doing this? But yeah, they clearly have no idea what they want to be, and it's just really frustrating to see because I used to fucking love game. Like weirdly, when I was like 16, working in game was like my dream job. Like not dream job like end goal, but it was like while I was at college I was like, oh fucking I'd love to work at game. That's like my dream job. I'd love to see a TV job swap program where they get Japanese managers used to running hyper efficient trains or road repair companies coming to the UK and try to run their UK counterparts. What do you need a 50-minute delay is acceptable and doesn't count as a delay? Why are there only 4 workmen on this 7-mile stretch of motorway and 3 of them are watching the 4th one sweep? Yeah, the thing is, I love like Japan's class. I don't feel, as I said, love the UK. Could probably live out in Japan for a year or 2. Do love it there. It is basically the UK, but everything works. Like they drive on the same side of the road as us. Tokyo isn't too dissimilar from London. Like Japan has, well, from my perspective at least, going there as a tourist, has most of the benefits of the UK without the kind of drawbacks like shitty train service. The way I describe it to people is it's the UK, but everything works as it's supposed to. What the fuck? So this sandwich has been reduced from one. First of all, how long ago was this picture taken? £1 for a sandwich in Tesco. This is at least 30 years old. The fucking meal deal is now like £4.25 or something without a club card. It's ridiculous. But this sandwich is now 5p. You're gonna get such a bad tummy ache from this sandwich. I don't even want to think about it. What I think cars looked like 20 years ago, what they actually look like. I'll tell you what they should start. They should just start making cars that look like this one more. Like, I can't remember what car company it was, but one of them a few years ago did a concept car that was like a modern remake of a car they had in like the 90s or 80s. And it looked sick, but I don't think they ever released it. And I think that's how, I don't know. I think that's just so much money being left on the table. Again, these companies should hire me. Games should hire me. Fucking BMW should hire me. Just make a car that looks like this, but with a modern engine, automatic gearbox, fucking rear reversing camera, because that thing is a lifesaver, let me tell you. I mean, I'm doing my lessons at the moment, and fucking hell, I think if I pass my test by some miracle, I'm putting it down to that rear reversing camera. But if they did all those things, they'd sell 1 billion cars. Britain's most tattooed man can't watch porn under new rules because it doesn't recognise his face. I feel as though we looked at a very similar article in the last edition of No Context Brits. But it's kind of like, well, I think that's the least of your troubles, mate. You look like that. Come on. I hate to, I don't know what the word is. I'd say I'd hate to discriminate, but I don't think it counts as discrimination to say you look fucking mental because you've done it to yourself. But why would you go to the news going, I can't wank. I can't wank because I can't send a picture of my ID and my face to Pornhub. Colin from Lisbon tried the belly buster challenge, but unfortunately he failed. Okay, right. I feel as it's very easy easy to criticize Colin here, but I think he did an all right job. That is a lot of food. There's a lot buried under those bits of toast. He did an all right job, but realistically, Colin, I think your eyes are way too big for your belly. Way too big for your belly that I don't think you ever thought you could do this. Why bother taking it on if you don't think you can do the challenge? Although he did eat fucking loads of toast. Look how much toast there is. That's how they get you. They've got like a whole loaf of bread there. That's how they fill you up. Because you look at this and you kind of disregard the toast. You see it as like the side of the sides. You just look at what's in the middle. But no, the toast is what gets you in the end. Never going to the UK again. I don't know what the fuck that is. What have they put in that beef mince? That looks absolutely foul. Okay, some kids swearing on the bus. The number 67 bus? 67? That's a meme. I still don't get it. That's a meme that like sometimes in videos I'll be like, oh, it's there's 6 or 7 of these things, and people will be like 6'7", 6'7". I had to look up what it means because I thought it was kind of like the new 69 where it's like a funny sex number, but it's not. It like makes absolutely no fucking sense to me. It's got its own Wikipedia page, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I looked at it today because I was just like, I have no idea what this fucking means. And it's got a whole Wikipedia page. It's got a picture of this very annoying looking child. But I think it's something to do... Look, okay, all right, I'll just read it out for you for all you other old people because, like, I don't get it. Maybe someone in the comments can help me understand. 6'7", I don't know why they've added pronunciation here. Is an internet meme and slang term that emerged in early 2025 on TikTok and Instagram Reels. It originated from the repeated lyric 6'7" in the song Doot Doot 6'7" by Skrilla. Literally never heard that in my life. Which was used on social media in video edits of professional basketball players such as LaMelo Ball, who is 6'7", and popularized further by overtime. This makes no fucking sense to me. I don't know who any of these people are. I don't know what this fucking song is. Why is this spread to the UK now? 99% of the UK population does not give a fuck about basketball. And popularized further by overtime elite player Talon Kinney because of viral clips showing his repeated use of 6'7". The term 6'7" spread as slang among Generation Z and Generation Alpha. As the meme's reach expanded in March 2025, one child became known as the 6'7" kid after a viral video showed him saying the term while moving his hands up and down at an amateur athletic union basketball game. It is often compared to 41. What the fuck is 41? A meme of similar origin where a rapper, Blizzy Boy, someone just made this person. Who the fuck is Blizzy Boy? Whoever made this Wikipedia article just made that geezer up. Blizzy Boy. Am I just really fucking behind? Who's Blizzy Boy? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is. It's a 41 song. 3 years ago, 360k views. Decent amount of views, but like, what do you mean? I reckon Blizzy Boy has written this fucking article. Blizzy Boy has put this in here. Oh yeah, he's obviously done it. Look at this. Look at he's obviously edited this article to put himself in it. Who's the 6'7" kid though? I'm curious. I have morbid curiosity. Is that it? Maybe I'm getting old, but this just... I don't fucking get it. It's been explained to me through this. It's even been referenced to the elite Blizzy Boy song 41. And I still do not get this. It still makes absolutely no sense to me. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there for this video. Like and subscribe for, I don't know, the prosperity of Britain.